Well, hello guys, ¿qué pasa? What's up? Antonio Serrano here, and today I have a magical tip for shows just for you. In this case, today, in a matter of like 4 or 5 hours, I have a magic show for kids. This is a show that I do every week during summer, and it is specifically a kids show. Most of the times there are some dads, some adults around them, but it is basically the only kids show that I perform regularly during summer. The other shows that I do every week or every 2 weeks are family shows or adult shows, and I would talk about those once they arrive, okay? But for now, I would like to show you how I pack my case for the kids show that I'm going to do today, okay? I can have like 4, maybe 5 if I push it a little bit, different kids shows. And one of the goals that I've got there is the same time that I have 5 fixed shows for family audiences that I keep going round and round every year, I would love to have the same thing for kids shows, like having 5 kids shows that are very coherent, very well structured, that I go around them every 5 years. But I don't perform that much kids shows to give that much work, give away that much effort to that. So what I normally do is arrange some tricks that go well one behind the other every time that I have a kids show. Another thing you have to keep in mind is that when you perform for adults or for a family audience, it's much easier to have people understand that they are going to see the same show. When you perform for kids, most of them, they prefer to see something different, not 100% different, but some beats that are different every time that you perform for them. So having a fixed show for kids when you're performing for them every week, and I am performing in a club where most of the kids are the same every week, is not a very good idea, okay? So I'm going to show you right now, instead of having my case already prepared and all the stuff, what I have right now in my case is my family show that I have for this year, the fixed show, but I'm going to set the camera a little bit apart. I am out by one light. One of the lights is not turning on today, sorry. And you are going to see me moving around from one place to the other, arranging the case for this kids show, and then I'm going to talk to you about all of the things that I chose, why I chose them, and my thoughts about those routines and the show in general. I'm going to put on my headphones so I can listen to a little bit of music or preferably some podcast while I do this, and I'm going to talk to you in a matter of minutes, I hope, once the case is full. See you! Okay, so everything is packing here already. I'm going to talk to you about the showing a little bit, but something very important to keep in mind. All of the items that I have in my fixed show for family audiences, I always leave them on top of here. This box, for example, is the box for one of the props that I'm using in this kids show. So I always leave it there, so I know when I arrive tonight after the show what I have to put in, what I have to take out and put in another place. I am a very strict person about order, so something that happens to me a lot of the times is that if I find something inside a case, I always like to close the case, take the bear, put the bear on top of the case, but that loses me a lot of time, because if I want to take something from this very same case, I have to do the same thing again. Remove the bear, open the case. So my advice is, if you are very strict with order, try to forget about that when you are preparing for a show. This case, for example, is where I keep my gags. And I took this sponge carrot to do my sponge rabbit routine, and I wanted to close the case and put the case in its place one more time. And then I realized that inside the same case is where I have this plushie which is like a piece of chicken or ham. I don't know exactly. It should be like a chicken piece that I need for my dog silks routine. So I save a lot of time by having that case open in there. The same thing with this. I completely forgot where I have one of my silks, and I started taking all of these things out. And you don't know how crazy I feel right now because I have this mess in here, but this saves a lot of time. When you have to put things together, you do it at the same time. Okay, if you are putting things away before you finish, you may have to take those things out one more time, so you are losing time. Let's talk a little bit about the things I've got in here. I have here the set list. I've been during the whole week, that's why I have my phone here, writing down routines that I would like to try out in this show, so that saves a lot of time. And I have here like a little set list, and this piece of paper comes from posters of my last show. Okay, if I have some posters lining around here because I don't need them or they didn't went in any shop or any store to announce for the show, I keep them and I use them to scrap like pieces of paper or anything like that, even to do confetti or things like that. So always have a use for everything. So the first trick that I'm performing is the appearing bottle, and the only things that I'm carrying is this little handkerchief, the rubber dove, and the opener. In this case, I am not performing balloon, so I don't have to use the safety pin as a callback. I have the opener. And the bottle, I get it from the place where I am performing, so that's a thing that I don't have to carry there. I know that making a bottle appear may not seem as a very good routine for kids, but they love it. All the gags, all the beats with the dove is great. Then I have the Vanishing Silk, the comedy Vanishing Silk. I have a magical performance video for this routine. And then I use the very same props that I have, the gimmick, the silk, this handkerchief, and this little purse to perform the traveling silk inside the purse. So I am using the things that I already have. Then I have the color changing sponge ball. You only need 3 sponge balls, you can see there. 2 red, I don't know if you can see properly with this, now you can see them. 2 sponge balls that are red, 1 that is green, and this is a great sponge ball routine that I learned in Craig Petty's YouTube channel. Outstanding routine, and it's quite different from what you normally see. Then I do the sponge rabbits, and then I have this carrot as the magic wand, and then I have here ball to rabbit to finish the routine, which is quite nice. I have there my set of ropes to perform my ankle Ramon routine. Inside the change bag, I've got this plushie, which is like the magic wand or a gag to perform the routine, and inside I have in the triple change bag 3 silks, a white dog, a black dog, and a Dalmatian dog. Okay, I have a very, very fun routine with those set of silks. And then I have a Tron and Restore Sacred effect in which I use this toilet paper, okay? And the thumb tip, it's right there. I could use the same gimmick that I use for the Vanishing Silk, but I feel more comfortable with the thumb tip. And then to finish the show, I have the Dirty Silks routine, in which I use the Mary Switch can, which is a great prop, and this box that I made that is completely empty. I could put in here like the sponges and all the stuff, and I am saving a lot of space, but I don't have to. This, which is basically like a fake brand of detergent with my face and all that stuff. I have talked about that in my homemade magic video. And here in this little box, I have the extra material that I have in the case, such as the handcuffs cape, which is something that I always bring, is a piece of magic that is more designed for the adults or family audiences. I always like to have things, for example, I am not using this deck of cards in the whole act, but I always like to bring it with me, right? Because I don't know if they're going to be more adults than usual, and I really want to show something for them, obviously. And for that reason, I also have the handcuffs cape, and also the book. There you can say libro, which is book, because behind here I have the coloring book, right? I also have the ears for the bunnies and my notice with my social network and all that stuff, okay? So my Instagram, Facebook and all that stuff. So let's see if I can close it with only one hand. Oh my God, help me. Perfect. I've got in here like the kazoo for the handcuffs, marker, I always bring a marker, this knot that is for the rope sequence, and that would be everything for today's kids show. Okay guys, so that's everything for this video for today. I hope that you find this information useful. If you would like more knowledge, more information about any of the routines that I've talked about, or about any of the props that you have seen inside of a case or lying around, that's something that happens to me a lot. When I see other magicians talking about their rooms or their material, and I see like a weird prop in the background, I am like, oh my god, I would love to know what's that. Ask me, I have no problem in telling you. I would love to let you know everything that I can. And as I said, this is all information that I have for you for this specific kids show. If you would like to see what I would bring if I am performing for smaller kids, if I am performing at a school, if I am performing a theme show, for example the Christmas kids show or anything like that, I would love to show you. So guys, thank you very much. Please comment, please subscribe, and as always, I will see you in a near future. Bye there.